looking at the standings here, Tenacious 3 is sitting at 1 and 3 currently, and Unretired Rando streamers are at 2 and 2. Definitely an interesting matchup here to watch, kind of in the middle of our division here. Both of these teams definitely in it in terms of competing for a top 4 division finish here. So this may be a relatively important matchup here to see who is able to continue on in the tournament. Of course, there's plenty of Rando left to play here. We are only in week 3 of 7, so lots of matches here to come. For those who didn't see at the bottom there, we are featuring a major-minor split with full area Rando and boss shuffle. Full area always a pretty interesting to watch, pretty interesting to play in my opinion. Often can get some route divergence, which is always intriguing to see how that ends up playing out. Yeah, we are underway. So we do have a ship start. We'll be heading down to Retro Brinstar to get our morph ball. Nice parlor there from Ami. Getting the moonfall as well as some down backs to quickly get through there. Both runners taking advantage of moonfall to get through down the climb as quickly as possible. Alright, is it going to be right here, or is it going to be in the ceiling? Looks like we got another ceiling morph ball start here. We will certainly take the early E-tanks here. Yep, no more. Can't go that way. I have made that mistake many, many times. Indeed, morph is in the ceiling. Both runners picking it up there. And we're pretty much in perfect sync at this point. What are we going to get for miners? Early pack of PBs is nice. Can go ahead and check the meme route connector now. It's a little bit scary with, oh, we're going to see a Billy Mays play here from Not Now Gwen. There are times where your first pack of supers is here, and often in full area random when you start finding stuff like, oh, well, okay, never mind. Supers for Ami at Vanilla Missiles. Having your first pack of both PBs and supers is pretty important, especially in terms of getting checks done in places like Red Brin. So this could have paid off pretty well. Wow, okay. 10 supers is not a bad payout for this Billy Mays investment. But we'll give Ami a little bit of a lead heading into checking these connectors here. Yeah, Ami is going to take a look here. You got to be careful. These guys hit for 80. Beats out the long jump. Gets under, no problem. And we find warehouse right away. That is really good knowledge. Is actually going to carry on to check the boss here. Grade we could deal with quite easily. Fantoon is a bit of a tricky fight with only these 5 missiles and not a ton of health and no suits. Dragon and Ridley would not be what we want here, so. But I do like, well, rethinking this maybe. This is tricky. It'd be, oh, we don't really have a great way to get PBs back, I guess, if we... Yeah, that's a really tricky warehouse location in Boss Shuffle. So I'm going to back out for now, but that knowledge is pretty good for him to have in his back pocket. And no PBs left here to check Retro or Old Mother Brain. Sure what that ended up being. Probably another Or actually, did not Nalgwyn not check it either? Because they still only have the 3 miners from Billy Mays and Petro Bryn, as well as the first pack of PBs. So they might not. Okay, they might have saved the power bomb for this check. Could have been a little bit faster just to do the Retro Mother Brain one instead of 230 missiles. But Aquan also has their first pack of missiles. Incoming third major check here at Bomb Chorizo. Nice vanilla bombs. So we will be seeing the relatively rare boss fight here. You can use a couple supers to take it down quickly. I believe could be a little bit faster with skipping some animations if you use 2 missiles followed by 1 super. Let's see if not Gwen takes that round. It's like they're setting up for it. Although their first missile, I think, was a bit early and kind of bonked there. But 2 pretty quick Bomb Chorizo fights on both sides here. I mean, forgetting they just picked up bombs. Using a power bomb there to get through the rubble. Plasma here at Terminator. Are we going to see a gauntlet check from Not Now Gwen? We do have the bombs to get through. This is not a great amount of E to get through, but definitely manageable. We're going to get some area connectors here. So Vanilla Turian goes to Crab Tower in West Meridia. Nice wall jumps there from Nanagwen. And we get Aqueduct on the other side. So those connectors are not terribly interesting. We do have access to the 2 connectors on the other side of Criteria. Moat, pre-moat. Gets grabbed by the Epimaw. Should be alright. Yeah, the acid timing was fortunate there. No real harm done there. We're through the first part, only taking 10 damage, not bad at all. Only X-ray is our reward, but we do still have a couple miners we'll get. I've lost the stream on Ami's side. Hopefully we're able to get that back up. See where they ended up going. Presumably back up into Criterion. We'll see if they make the gauntlet play as well now that they're kind of forced back to the ship. One last part here in Gauntlet. Using a PB, smart, and we're through. Nicely done there on the Gauntlet there. And what do we get? Just 10 missiles. Hope still worth picking up at this point. No information on the charge beam yet. Never know if you're going to end up in a late ammo hunt. Plus, having more than 5 is definitely nice for when you encounter Fantoon. Okay, Ami has teleported. They found it looked like the top of Red Bryn? But I have no idea where that was. Is that a vanilla Primo connector? That'd be kind of funny. Grab more miners here. It's definitely nice in Boss Rando to get yourself up to like the 30 super equivalent as quickly as possible so that you know you can fight any of the bosses, last thing you want to do, it's really dangerous to invest time into one of the long areas, like East Meridia or Lower Norfair if you're not 100% certain you can kill the boss. And yeah, Ami still does have that bit of a knowledge advantage, knowing where warehouse is. We don't know what the boss is, but as soon as Ami has the means to clear everything, I presume we'll be heading back there once they get an opportunity. Fortunately, Mimrod is definitely pretty out of the way. Gwen will be following, presumably, whatever connector ended up taking Ami here. Does have a slight lead in the super count, has the X-ray in case we come across charge. We'll be able to start microwaving some bosses. Otherwise, Ami is the one breaking new ground for us. We'll have to look on Gwen's side what the other top of Red Tower connector was. Missed that with some of the stream issues on Ami's side. Ah, okay, not quite vanilla. Gwen interested in these miners as well. Oops. Ah, shoot. Did anyone see what middle Red Tower went to? Trying to track these areas on my own, lest I get very confused in the late game about where the runners are going. Exit for Meridia. Ah, West Meridian. Okay, top of West Meridian. Thank you. And then hopefully Gwen will... Oh, at the bottom. Oh, like Main Street? Or Crab Hole? Crab Hole, probably, huh? Oh, it was top of Mount Everest. Okay. Thank you, Misty. I don't think Gwen has taken this elevator up yet. Okay, they're gonna... Looks like they're gonna save Scum if they don't like it, rather than having to ride the elevator of shame back down. And since Ami didn't seem interested in it, that presumably might happen here. Hmm. Well, unfortunately, we might miss this. We might miss this connector from both runners. Now, Ami was just at Moat, so presumably one of the lower Red Brinstar connectors went back to Moat. And they save, quit out of there. Gosh, did they check all of those connectors already? Oh man, we're missing so much information. Where are you? Yeah, there's really nothing left for us to do in Criteria. Now, maybe this is just like a vanilla Kraid, and Kraid has some majors for us. Um, so if we're running out of what looks like interesting or possible areas to get to, it could be that our progression is sitting with Kraid. Ami did reset that E-Tank at Spacer, I believe. Yeah, so it's going to be short one E-Tank here. And we're gonna dive down into West Meridia. We do have two unknown connectors here. We haven't seen Main Street or Crab Hole. This is a point of no return, so definitely heads up saving before making this play, but it could be required to get into a Green Grid Star or something. Single chamber. Ooh, we'd sure love to have that other E-Tank. Alright, we got Lava Dive at the Vanilla... I don't even know what that exit's called. Entrance to Business Center. Oh no, I want to see the top two. This probably is Moat then? If we don't see it, I'm going to assume this goes back to Moat. Ugh, too late. Out of logic croc. Interesting. We do have the ability to get grapple. Getting this croc E-Tank is probably not reasonable right now. We don't have much health. And Omni finds wrecked ship, presumably at Crab Hole. This is spooky. This is turning into a lot of time investment into something where we might just be still soft locked here. Let's escape here. Keep that E-Tank. Nicely done. Alright, well I was wrong about that being unreasonable to do. Nicely done there, Gwen. So I kind of hope for Ami's sake that this boss is just Dragon or Ridley or something. I mean, I guess there's always a chance that it's just like Kraid with gravity behind it or something like that, but if this is like, I don't know. This is like Fantoon, you end up clearing wrecked ship, and you still don't have a way to get back out of the Crab Hole, you're... okay. That's not really what you want to see on Ami's side, but I think it might be for the best. Alright, Kraxel with one major left. Let's see what Gwen's able to pick up here. Ami back to the top of Red Tower. Where are you going to go now? You still have that E-Tank at Spazer we can pick up again. 2 E-Tanks at Croc. Not exactly the haul we're looking for. Now, we do have that single chamber. No, these E-Tanks aren't in logic. So this is not pointing us towards Hell Running necessarily. Because this was at the top of the tube. Yep, we are going to grab the E-Tank again. Always good to get about as much E-Tank as you can before you get Varia, just in case you need to do a decent amount of Hell Running. Grapple missiles feels a bit slow. The IVG there is kind of painful. Cosine missiles, I think it's reasonable to check and reasonable to skip. It's not the fastest miner you're going to come across. And we're starting to get close to Ridley ammo. I probably would like to check, but you're also, I think, relatively likely to get your Ridley ammo at this point. Yeah, major minor. Yep. Okay, and confirmation that moat is at the other red Brinstar exit here. What are we meant to do? Is 2 E-tanks enough to get from single chamber into Bubble Mountain? I don't. Not sure exactly what the Hell Run requirements are with. We only have 2 logical E-tanks. Um, I don't think we have enough E-tanks for X-ray, even though we do have bombs to get up to the door. So yeah, I suspect chat is. I suspect chat is correct that we are meant to go do this warehouse boss. We have eliminated one of the options that we can't do right now. God, what if it's just like Fantoon and then you are meant to make that point of no return check into Wreck Ship? That would be gross. Ooh, gonna get the X-ray check here from Ami. Email Gwen is heading towards warehouse, so we will get to see if this boss is beatable. Anything but Ridley at this point is fine. Still suitless, which isn't ideal for Fantoon, but we've got a somewhat healthy amount of E. Deuce definitely still want to save here, just in case it is Ridley and we were meant to do something else. But I suspect that Gwen is making the right play here. I'm having a bit of difficulty with this early X-ray setup, doing the deboost strats here. I find this trick very difficult, but it is such a good one to know in Major Minor. Getting this early / out of logic can be a really strong play, especially if something good is here and the item that lets you get it logically is buried. The runners are not able to see each other. They are only looking at their own gameplay. So yeah, you will spend a lot of the seed not knowing if you are ahead or behind. Alright, who's behind door number 2? Vanilla Crate, okay. Well, seems pretty... Oh gosh. 2 health, not great. Okay, no, just resetting back to red nice tea. This X-ray check I don't think is in logic. I would imagine you need a lot of E to do this, the IVJ strat in logic. Alright, 2 tries, we get the quick kill. Nicely done from Gwen. And what are we gonna get? Base jump. Okay, well maybe X-ray is the answer. That's unfortunate for Ami if so. They might have been on the right track then. But we do still have the Crate E tank as well. This could be something else that pushes us in another direction. I'm heading back to Criteria. Is this going to be the warehouse play as well? Although Ami has also not done Gauntlet yet. To my knowledge, anyways. Unless they reset it earlier while I wasn't able to see what they were doing. More E. So a third E tank for Upper Norfair. Still don't think that really gets us much. From single chamber side anyways. I'm gonna make this play for Gauntlet, and yeah, it looks like X-Ray is gonna be. That's what I think, Scout. Um, Maybe there's some stuff where if like something like speed is an E-tank, you need fewer tanks to get it, because then you get a refill to come out. I don't think Vario logic works like that, but I could be wrong. But I am really not an expert in all the specific details of how many E you need for all the different hell runs in Upper Norfair, which I probably have to learn, given that I am racing this game sometimes as well. Alright, we do get this X-ray on Ami's side. We'll press on. Unfortunately, only going to get the 2 missiles. Now, this ammo count does start to look pretty bad for Ami here. Still only sitting at 10.55 at the 25-minute mark. We do have plasma, so this starts to be a really hope that we stumble on charge, I think, for Ami. 6 tanks, thank you. And yep, Gwen beelining this X-ray check. Makes a whole lot of sense. What are we gonna get? This seems like it pretty much has to be a suit. Oh no, this could be a 4th E for Upper Norfair, couldn't it? That would be kind of disgusting. I think this could be an E-tank. That's so stupid. If we get an E-tank here, I am calling this a slow progression seed. Nope, okay, Varia. That is pretty good. We do have access to Bubble Mountain. There's a bunch of majors in close proximity. Oh, Ami is not heading meme route. Where are they going? So this goes to West Meridia or East Meridia? What? Space Jump was behind Kraid, who is at meme route. So Ami needs to make their way back down to Warehouse. They do have the knowledge. They checked that connector right at the beginning, but did not commit to looking at the boss at the beginning. Yeah, and they attempted the early X-ray deboost strat for a little bit and didn't have any success. That would have been a huge sequence break if they were able to pull that off. But yeah, we cannot do anything out on this side of Criteria without gravity. Me continuing to use power bombs with bombs. Now we need a power bomb. Yeah, Ami using the last power bomb there is a bit unfortunate. I don't think anything really down here on the way is very likely to drop PBs, and we do need one to get through meme route. Check this miner. I don't think this was not a PB. This was just a missile. Okay, this is interesting. So Gwen gets the Varia suit and immediately heads to West Meridia. Oh no, this was. Oh yeah. Gwen doesn't have the Upper Norfair connector knowledge yet. This was required. It's another E-tank. Never mind. I forgot that only Ami, I believe, has this the knowledge of these 2 connectors here at the bottom of West Meridia. Yeah, that is very buried. With very late access to both Upper Norfair, we still haven't even seen Green Brinstar yet. Presumably, now that we have Varia, we've got some way into there via one of these Upper Norfair connectors. So there's a ton of majors we probably have access to now. Question is, where is Gravity? Yeah, Gwen needing to reset on a Mama Turtle. I don't think you can climb back up there without high jump or spring ball. But we'll need to re-dip West Meridia here. This is, I believe, the only direction they could reasonably go at this point. Now, I still don't know where Top of Red Tower went. Both runners cut out. Oh, did this take them before Kraid? Oh no, they gotta do Kraid again. Right, more supers at Retro, or at Old Mother Brain. Neither runner actually picking that up earlier. And Ami is still at 0 power bombs. Hmm. Yeah, having to climb here due to the lack of PBs. We cannot get into meme route without them. All right, can we get another Kraid quick kill here? Looks promising. Nicely done. And I'm going to take the refill here. And then we'll have to repeat the X-ray check as well, followed by back into Upper or West Meridian. But this time just heading to the connectors rather than Mama Turtle. Mama Turtle was a smart play though with, well, actually was that in logic. It was certainly accessible, but I'm not sure if it was in logic to fall down there without gravity or... Gwen took the Mount Everest connector, dropped down and did Mama Turtle, and then reset, as it was just an E-tank. But had not saved since the pre-Kraid save, so has to refight Kraid and re-collect Varia from X-Ray. Ami looking confused here. Ami does know the meme route. Back in Criteria. Hopefully we'll head the right direction. This is to Red Bryn. I'm gonna go for the horizontal bomb jump here to cross moat. Hey, nice CWJ. Alright. Long climb here for Gwen's side. But then we can pretty quickly get back into top of Red Tower, get our X-ray again. Take another stab at West Meridia. Oh, Ami with the reset does have the tube available again. Is going to do this out of logic proc play. Now, unfortunately, this is only going to pay out with 2 E-tanks. And with Varia in our near future, these won't be quite as valuable as they otherwise could have been. Now, we did need at least one of these anyways at some point for Mother Brain, but... and it could be nice to have them for places like Lower Norfair, but not probably exactly what Ami was looking for here. Still wonder where the heck this... Is Turian at the top? I guess there's some other connectors. Like if it was the back of LN or Wreck Ship or East Meridia, none of those would be usable right now either. I guess there's a lot of options for what that could be that the runners aren't interested in. But unfortunately, both runners with... Oh no, running out of ammo. And Croc not playing nice. So we'll have to back out of this fight here. Could end up working out if Ami chooses never to come back. Only going to be missing out on some E. And Gwen will head back for this Varia suit. Now this really must not feel good on Gwen's side. This was actually a relatively long reset. This is one of those things where not knowing where your opponent is, you can be ahead but feel quite behind. Gwen is still definitely in the lead here, but probably not feeling like it. See if that has any impact on how they choose to route things from here on out. Fortunately, there's not really like a convenient place to save around here before making this West Meridia dip. Probably why they didn't end up saving in the first place. See if they try to take a save this time, or just have deduce that something must be at one of those two bottom connectors. Okay, nope, they're confident. Yeah, very bottlenecked seed here. The complete lack of access to Green Brinstar before this crate fight, especially in a random boss seed, is pretty rude, because you're pretty disinclined to check a boss this early, given that how few of them we can actually defeat it right now. This will definitely feel bad for Ami, though, in multiple ways. Like, Ami did come here right away, could have done this crate fight immediately. And also, given that X-Ray ended up being the actual important progression, the early X-Ray strat's not working out. Definitely a bit frustrating. But Ami is on the right track. My big concern is the lack of ammo. We really will hope to find Charge Beam on Ami's side here. We have very little ammo, but we do have the good beam in Plasma. So if we do find Charge, we will very quickly go from having very weak firepower to quite strong. Gwen probably not too fussed about finding a second pack of PBs. There is speed. Not quite vanilla. Be pretty nice. We can skip the cathedral play here, going through Frog Speedway. Also, we'll speed up the speed check among many other rooms. And Ami is into the crate fight. Let's see if we can get a third quick kill on the day. That looks good. 3 for 3. Good job, runners. And our first reserve tank. Gwen will pick it up. Gwen's starting to say no to missiles here. Not going to bother with the pre-speed missiles. Looks like we have lost the 2 feeds again. But Ami will be definitely heading back towards... So they know what to do now. They know X-ray is the only logical check. They have the knowledge of the connectors already, so they know to dive West Meridia. So they should be following Gwen along here pretty shortly. The only real disadvantage they have right now is the relative lack of miners and e-tanks. But that is something that could be made up for. Definitely not a run-ending disadvantage here. May or may not get a look at what actually was here at Norfair Reserve, unfortunately. Oh, they had 5E. Oh, is Ami gonna do Billy Mays? Interesting. I think I don't like this. It will pay out with 10 supers, which is not bad. But I feel like at this point, if I'm Ami, I just feel like I have to bet on finding charge. The early game not having gone great, and the current ammo count being this bad. But then you never know. I mean, Ridley may have charge, and then you have to find these supers. So, I could be wrong. But 10 supers, pretty good. Major minor means all of the E-tank locations and all of the other locations that gave other major items have been shuffled amongst themselves. And then all of the missiles, supers, and PVs have been shuffled amongst themselves. So you'll always find a major item or an E-tank or a reserve tank where one of those was. And you'll always find ammo where ammo was. So it does end up meaning there are checks you can safely skip. True, yeah, there are a couple of changes made to kind of balance the regions a little more. The high jump E-tank that Gwen just checked there was replaced with a minor because it was a little imbalanced to have two majors so close together in Upper Norfair, which already has a bunch of majors anyways. And then Wrecked Ship, the right side super that's available after fighting Fantoon, has been upgraded to a major. Alright, suddenly Ami is up to 20 supers, which starts to feel a lot better at this point in the game. Still not quite Ridley ammo, but definitely getting closer. Vanilla Ice Beam. Alright. So yeah, still not certain what Norfair Reserve was then. Gwen has charge. Oh. Was charge at Norfair Reserve? That would be quite good for Ami. Right, Ami is going to make the play back to Red Tower. We'll get this Varia here at X-Ray in the near future. Finally, Green Brinstar. Maybe wanted to check that other business center connector before diving down here. Unless Gwen did and I missed it. Ooh, am I going back for Croc? Grid Deck is a nice quality of life item here. Where I start to feel very comfortable as soon as I find Gravity that I can pretty much skip every single thing. High jump would be a little bit nice. but we are pretty much in business here. We get our 30th supers for the Ridley fight. Although our beam combo is so good that even that would be a pretty reasonable way to take down Ridley. Reserve. Edakuns. Gwen's still checking miners, which I find a bit interesting. I guess we still take supers at this point, but I would probably be starting to skip pretty much every single miner unless it was like on path, visible, and a super. But only 2 door transitions, not a huge time investment there. Space Jump will make this Croc PB item a lot easier to get. Second pack of PBs is not the worst. Go ahead and going for the normalized setup here. That seemed good. Yep, gets the first try. And Ami will get this second E-Tank here at Grapple. Meanwhile, we have Spring Ball at the Wave Gate. I'm not sure about either runner's comfort with Suitless Meridia. We are starting to get closer to the item set, though. We definitely still want high jump. Probably grapple as well. But instead, we just get E. We do have speed to go do Waterway. Looks like Gwen is going to go do that. So yeah, pretty quick clear of all of the majors out of Green Brinstar here. Nothing too exciting, though. What do we get? Screw Attack and Spring Ball out of here so far. And Ami is being more thorough with these miners. Oh, there's our gravity. All right. So that ought to be go mode here for Gwen. And a relatively comfortable one as well. Ami still needs to make their way back to X-Ray to get that Varia and get on track. Yeah, we'll can try to keep a lookout if Gwen ever pauses. See if the charge beam is lit up. But yeah, the being relatively thorough on miners does seem to suggest to me that they don't have charge. Alright, where does this go? Alright, Upper Norfair was hoarding all 3 green Brentstar connectors. Love that. This works pretty nicely for Gwen, though. They can quite quickly get back up to Business Center, check that one other connector, and this is pretty much guaranteed to go somewhere we want. This is either Turian, back of Ellen, back of East Meridia, or back of Rex ship. And they will know one thing it can't be, because we haven't seen the top of Red Tower, but they have. There's that suit for Ami. Where are we off to? Upper Norfair. Or Lower Norfair. The other one. Alright, this is a pretty good way in. Not gonna check Three Musketeers item. Or this. So now this is we think maybe they do have charge, I don't know. I guess we'll see when they get to a boss. It's the other upper. Alright. Take Wave Beam. Alright, I mean, again on the right track here. Looks to be heading to this Upper Norfair connector. Hopefully does not make the same mistake of checking Mama Turtle with this space jump. Because that would be point of no return, to my knowledge anyways. Just gonna head out here. So yeah, this main street will take him to Upper Norfair, where we will find our speed, our ice, and most importantly, our green Bryn Star for that gravity suit. And we do have charge. Okay, so yeah, pretty comfortable go mode here for Gwen then. So that must have been at Norfair Reserve. So Ami should have that shortly as well. We will not have a required reverse amphitheater. We do know that Lava Dive goes back to Red Bryn Star. Now, is that worth doing to leave here? Boy, these connectors are kind of bad. So here, well, the runners know exactly all the connectors left. We do not. Both runners' streams froze when they checked the top of Red Tower. And there are 2 unknown connectors on our end, so Gwen knows everything. The unknown connectors we have are Turian, back of Wreck Ship, back of East Meridia, and Red Tower. So we can probably end up deducing from how they end up routing what the path here is. Oh yeah, we could be microwaving Phantoon here. Slightly more tricky to set up than some of the other microwave strats. Do still need to hit him first with a missile, and then make sure he moves correctly so that you're able to get him with the plasma. Free 2 rounds. No, there are no free 2 rounds. Phantoon is impossible. Hey, nicely done. Alright, let's see if this was indeed charge beam here for Ami, on Ami's side. A nice Phantoon overall there. Hey, alright. Ami needs to take approximately any connector here to get to Green Red Star. Only one that doesn't go is vanilla warehouse entrance. Gwen going for the speedball here in Wasteland. Gives it a couple tries and says, who cares? We got bombs. Right. We will find Green Hill Zone here. I'm going to take a look at the connector first. And yeah, Gwen is going to do the reverse amphitheater play, so this will take us back to Red Bryn. Red Bryn. Why are we going to Red Bryn? So perhaps the Red Tower connector was to Wreck Ship or Iridia, and we're wanting to go there next? Yeah, if Red Tower isn't Turian, then we probably want to go there next, because that means the last region is connected to Turian, so we want to do that last. So yeah, I think this makes sense. This is presumably a play to the top of Red Tower. Ami is pretty far behind at this point. Stranger things have happened, but at this point I would say it's definitely Gwen's race to lose. They're a decent ways ahead, and they have quite a bit of safety items. So it is harder than usual to imagine unexpected death or something like that. Exactly. Now that said, I don't think Gwen has saved since pre-Kraid, so some sort of death or softlock somehow would set them back farther than Ami is right now. And yeah, we are heading up to this red tower, so wherever this went, it seems to be our next destination. Yeah, true. Screw Tech makes me so confident, and then sometimes you get punished for overconfidence. We do still have Ridley left. Alright, where did this go? Back of Wreck Ship. Which means Turian is at the other Forgotten Highway. The entrance aqueduct was back in Crateria. So once we exit Wreck Ship, we'll have to make our way back to Crateria. Head down Terminator. Into the Kago connector. From there, we can kill whichever boss is left and head straight to Turian. So this does end up being only a 3-tank Ridley fight if Ridley does show up here. We're not really going to have any way to get any more health before this fight. But we are reasonably well equipped otherwise. And have some amount of health in our reserve. I'm going to find this screw attack here. Oh, something. So did they follow the Green Bryn exit back into Upper Norfair and then come back in through the top? I think they've mapped all of these connectors already, and now we're going to route forwards through Green Bryn. So unfortunately, I mean they probably last location that gravity suit. Whereas if they had continued up from Green Hill, they might have found it earlier. Reasonable routing, just a bit unfortunate in how it plays out. Alright, who is behind door number 3? It's Raygon, alright. And we have all the tools for a quick microwave fight here. And so that means Ridley will be our last boss in East Meridia. Kraid was vanilla, Warehouse was at meme route. That play was required actually surprisingly early. You had to face check that random boss to get your space jump to go to X-Ray for Varia. Otherwise, you were pretty much locked out. Now, maybe you could have hell run Upper Norfair without to get into Greenbryn earlier, but you still don't really want to skip Varia. The seed was very gated by the fact that like 3 Upper Norfair connectors went to Greenbryn. Just Greenbryn was quite inaccessible. Upper Norfair ended up being like pretty linear in terms of what you could do there. So we were definitely kind of locked out of a lot of the game until we found that Varia behind a relatively long item chain. So Ocean heads back into West Meridia. So yeah, this takes us to Crab Hole. If we go to Crab Tower, that will take us right next to the connector to Aqueduct. That looks to be the route Gwen is taking. Makes a lot of sense to me. Both runners do now have a stand-up E-tanks here. Be interesting to see if either goes for the stand-up glitch. Gwen consulting the map. This was the correct direction, but maybe just trying to remember exactly which connector they're supposed to take here. They want to go all the way towards the vanilla entrance to East Meridia. And there is go mode for Ami with the grab suit at Waterway. Ooh, going this way. This goes to Red Bryn. This is not what we want. Unless I mismarked my map. Huh. Yeah, Gwen may have realized. Nope. Oh, just gonna take the refill, I see. Yeah. We got Ridley incoming. Let's play it safe. A few seconds for a health refill, and no, there is very little risk of death here. Sure what this route is at this point. Maybe just saw this one way back into Criteria. Decided to take it instead. This we can get up to Moat by going up here. Yeah. So the other entrance in West Meridia would have been a bit faster, but this will work as well. Ami into Upper Norfair. Or every time Lower Norfair. The up I think it's because it's the like top of Lower Norfair that my brain wants to say like the top of Lower Norfair, and then I just say Upper Norfair. Lower Norfair escape. For Ami will be able to take down Fantoon down here. That will be the completed beam combo for Ami. Gwen got high jump somewhere. I missed where that was. Was that at space jump? I'm gonna assume it was at space jump. Because I was not watching after that Dragon fight. Probably one of the only things that actually... I'm a little surprised they even checked space jump there. There's a decent chunk of E and reserve left in the pool. High jump's kind of nice, but we don't have... There's so little of the game left to play. I guess it's good for the escape. Let's see how this Ridley fight goes. We have plenty of supers and a full beam combo to fall back on in case we miss a couple. High jump as well, helping to get the turnaround manipulation. I think that ought to do it. Pretty clean Ridley fight there, nicely done. Meanwhile, we'll see if we get some microwave shrimp on Ami's side. Actually, we'll find there's one too many missiles there. But a nice quick pattern, so yeah, we are going to see it here. That will do. A nice Fantoon. So now Gwen just needs to head out Forgotten Highway here. And we will be in Turian. So the settings change week by week. This week's settings, we have a major minor item split. So all of the E-tanks, reserve tanks, and major items are shuffled amongst themselves. And the PBs, missiles, and supers are shuffled amongst themselves. So that does narrow down where the runners can look for significant upgrades. But in other weeks, we'll have other settings. So whoever is commentating the race should be able to explain that for you on a week-by-week setting. And all right, we will have a sub 110 terrain entrance here. Honestly, for the start being pretty slow, it's not a terrible time for this seed. Gwen definitely playing well today. And shout out Sami as well. Playing well. Just unfortunate um, it's not quite. It's just things not quite working out. Not making the commitment to the crate play at the beginning. Not having luck with the early X-ray strat. Oh, actually gets grabbed by a Metroid here in room 2. But we do have bombs to recover. Yep, so in week 4 we'll be back to a full randomizer, so anything can be anywhere. But we will be co-oping those seeds. So we'll have 2 folks playing the same seed, communicating to each other what they're finding and where, and figuring out how to route it the best. Those races will be starting out early next week. We still have a few more days of week 3 action to come through the weekend here. Damaging down, we'll see if they actually go for the baby skip or just gonna, yeah. This is my ammo. I do not believe in my ability to get baby skip, so anytime I spend attempting it is just time I am wasting. So might as well just get it over with. It was interesting wave beam damage there. It like blew up some of the blocks behind the first bunch. Looks like we're gonna go for the ice sub skip today, turning off screw attack. Definitely more straightforward than the speed or the quote unquote free down back. See if we get a save here. I wouldn't be too surprised if they skip it. Yeah, we are pretty comfy with this ammo, or with this health. Freeze the Rinkas, stop him from respawning as quickly, and we will begin blasting this brain. With our full beam combo, 20 shots will do it. Relatively quick fight here. We'll see if Gwen decides to go for stand-up. A little bit risky without having saved. There is the possibility to soft lock if you perform the glitch incorrectly. They are going to go for it. Moving the Varia with 7 E-tanks. If you have your Varia suit off, then quickly damage down after the first blast here. You will have control of Samus when the baby cutscene begins. Gotta stay off the ground for a couple of specific frames. When it attaches and when it detaches, and then you are free to begin getting some damage, early damage onto Mother Brain 3 with your charge beam. Looks like we are in good shape here. This will definitely speed up the Mother Brain 3 fight on Gwen's end here. Nicely done. And just like that, Mother Brain 3 is down. We should be able to bring down Dragon during the escape here, so at least we'll have gotten down 3 of the G4 bosses. But Gwen does have all the items to make escape as quick and easy as possible. And another quick microwave kill here. Oh, looks like not quite enough damage there. Oh, one beam combo short. Or one charge attack short. Beamy Spark. Acting up again. Ooh, we don't have RA suit on. Okay. Okay. Health is a resource to be spent for speed. We still have health, and that's all you need. And there we have it. Get your GGs in chat for Gwen. Finishes with a race time of 1:16:52. Ami will issue a forfeit here. And we'll see if we can get one or both of these runners in here for an interview. Let's pull up the schedule in the meantime, see what we've got going on later today. I believe we do have some races on the schedule. Yes, indeed. We have a bunch of races this evening. Wow. All right. Next upcoming race is going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, featuring Junie and Crazed Gamer. We have another race half hour after that, another race an hour after that, another race half an hour after that. So we have 4 races in the span of a couple hours this evening. So a lot of Super Metroid content coming your way this evening. I am certainly looking forward to that. In the race time room, if either runner would like to join. Give them another minute or two to respond in case they have stepped away. I know with the stream delay, then take a little quick break from the PC once the race wraps up, and I'm waiting for the audience to catch up. Bombs at bombs, ice at ice. We're joined in the chat by Gwen. Welcome in. GG's. Nicely played today. That'll be picking up the second win for Team Tenacious 3. And we'll tie them up in the standings with Unretired Rando streamers. Currently, that will make 3 teams in Norfair Division sitting on 2 wins, all with a 2-3 record. So the second set of matches in this week 3 are going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, definitely understandable. I I get checking that item, and like there was no great place to save near X-ray and that connector. But yeah, I didn't realize at the time how far that had set you back. Having to redo Kraid, redo X-ray. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Ami immediately checked meme were out, and theoretically could have killed Kraid right away and gotten the space jump, but chose that it was too much of a risk to go check that boss right at the start. Turned around. Also, I think the PB count was probably a problem. It's only 5 PBs. Can you really? Yeah, you can't really reasonably get in and out unless you can farm a drop in there somehow, huh? So that might have been part of it too. They did try to get early X-ray as well with the deboost strat. Didn't have any luck, and then eventually it took them a while to get back down to meme route. Yeah, the Billionaires play was interesting. The 10 supers was a pretty dang good payout. Charge beam luckily was relatively free this seed once we broke through that early game logic with the Varia. It's Ridley kill there from Ami. Yeah, GG's. We'll be looking forward to seeing the rest of these races from especially me being part of the Norfolk division as well. Definitely interested to see how all of these other races play out in our side of the bracket. Definitely going to be a close, or a lot of teams that are all going to be fighting for these top 4 spots here. But yes, let's get this runner command out here. Please follow our runners. They put on a great show for us today. Thank you, Spike, for clicking the buttons. Our trackers are the MVPs. It is a deceptively difficult job. It's so easy to just start watching the race rather than watching both sides and making sure you're keeping everything up to date. I have not heard any word from Ami, so I don't think they will be joining us for an interview. Looks like they are just content to play out the seed for themselves. So I think, unless there is anything else, we will see you later this evening for more Rando League content. Again, that is going to be 7 o'clock Eastern on Speed Gaming 1. Sorry. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we will see you next mission.